Okay, you guys, hello. We're going to do another pick a card and speak on the subject. So, Holy Spirit, what subject would you like us to speak on? We're going to do one card this time. Let's see. Toxic crazy ex. Are we speaking on our exes today? We're speaking on our crazy toxic exes today. Okay, so this is the topic. Okay, so um I wanted to say some people come around for a reason and a lesson. Um Exes come back sometimes for a reason. Just I want to say two things here. People come around for a reason and people come back for a reason. Those are two different things. For the first one, people come into your life for a reason. Whatever that reason is, know that reason, and if it's a lesson, learn that lesson and let that person go. If their season is over, if they no longer are bringing to the table, if they are no longer serving you in any type of way, shape, or form, it is okay to leave that crazy toxic ex alone. It doesn't even have to be a crazy toxic ex, but we're on that subject. Um, People come back. Toxic, crazy exes come back. They come back. They come back. And what I've learned since teenagers, since I've been dating, they all come back. They all seem to come back. Don't be obligated to get back with nobody. Like, don't feel like you're obligated to get back with nobody. Don't feel pressured into getting back with nobody. If you don't believe with a person and you reading their energy and they ain't right and they still acting a little bit crazy, like they ain't acting it, but you could see the crazy in them, it's okay to be like, I think I'm good where I'm at. Fall back. I remember I had this ex who used to like pressure me so hard to like let my guard down. Like I'll never forget. I was literally on the phone with this dude, and he was like, "Amanda, let your guard down." And that was flag number one. Like, bitch, why? And he ended up doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff after that. So I'm so glad that I did not let my guard down. But don't let your guard down with these crazy toxic exes because they'll come back around just to see if they still got pull on you, just to see if they could still get this out of you or still get you back, just to see where your head is at. And a lot of times when you're dealing with a toxic, crazy ex, that toxicness and the craziness doesn't go anywhere. They're still crazy. They're still toxic. They're still texting other people. They're still probably talking to the person that if you broke up over a person, they're still probably talking to that person. Who knows, right? So, um, just know change takes a lot. Change takes a lot. And for some people, change can be easier for some people because they're willing to do the work. They're willing to look at themselves. They're willing to go in and look at themselves and do the work. But a lot of these crazy toxic exes that us divine folks deal with, they're not willing to do that. And you don't want to always get to the point where I feel the need to say this, and I hate to bring up other readings and other readers in any way, shape, or form, because I'm not that type of reader. But don't always believe the readings that you see on YouTube, because a lot of these readers are always trying to paint a picture and sell an image. You know what I mean? They're trying to paint a picture and sell an image. They're accurate sometimes, but sometimes not all of them. So if don't get yourself caught up in listening to these readings and painting your own picture in your head and not seeing shit for what it really is, and bring yourself into reality sometimes. It's all right to be in the fantasy world because it's the manifestation about it. It's all right to manifest and all of that good stuff. But sometimes you got to pull yourself out of that and come back into the 3D realm and see things for what the fuck they are. Like, this motherfucker was crazy and I had to leave him or her and leave them in the past. So out with the old, in with the new. I'm moving on towards loving me or loving somebody who was right for me. So don't always get caught up in that in the tarot aspect of things. In the tarot aspect of things, yes, it's reality. It's either happened or it is happening or it's going to happen. But sometimes you have to just distinguish what's not true and get into reality, if that makes sense to you. If that makes sense to you. And don't overwatch readings. Don't overwatch it. Don't overwatch it. Sometimes it is good to get out there and date. Let's talk about that. Like, get out there and date. Get out there and date. Don't be scared to um deal with this person or deal with the new person, deal with that person or whatever, because you're still kind of hung up on that crazy toxic ex. Maybe they got you addicted for whatever reason. It could be sexual reasons, it could be the emotion, it could be the codependency, it can be a number of things that you were addicted to this crazy toxic ex. But just know that this crazy toxic ex, 9 times out of 10, they know that they got you addicted and they know how to pull your strings. So they know the shit. They know the shit. So that's why I mean it's so important for you to be level-headed and to look at things from a logical point, from a logical perspective, and to see things for what they are. Sometimes it's best to step out of that fantasy land and get into reality. Is he not talking to you? Is he not texting you? Is he not trying to get back with you? Take that shit for what it is then. Take it for what it is. And even so with dreams, I didn't want to bring two cards into this, but vivid dreams, and I'm going on the subject of dreams now, so I guess it was meant to be. Vivid dreams. Let me give you an example, right? I had these vivid dreams. I was having these about a crazy toxic ex. We weren't together. We had separated, and I was having these dreams about him. It was like he was doing, remember, other people can do dream magic on you. They could slip in there. They could slip through the cracks of protection. They can, because you're not just the only strong person. Whether we like to admit or not, other people are strong too and know their shit and can do dream magic and all that stuff, whether that's your person or not. But I was having these vivid dreams about this person, and it was like in these dreams he was like, baby, I'm with you, it's only you, I love you, and da 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 da. And I remember the last dream I had about him like that. He was actually he was in a house, and he was in the bed with another woman in the bed, but he was looking out the window at me, and it was like he was telepathically telling me, it's okay, I only want you, I'm gonna come back to you. And boom, like not even a week after that, I found out that he was like really in love with somebody else and dealing with somebody else and didn't even give a fuck about me. And I was mad. I was mad because I was so caught up in the manifestation. I was so caught up in the dream world. I was so caught up in the fantasy. So come out of that reality. Cause that shit was a real wake. I could have went through that just to tell y'all this here. Like, you have to see things for what they really are sometimes. And you have to move on things. When people make certain moves, you move accordingly. And I say that to say, just, you got to use your mind sometimes, and not always control your manifestations, control your thoughts, yes, but not always. Don't get always wrapped up in the fantasy land, and don't always get wrapped up in the tarot land and what a lot of these readers are saying. Like I said, I don't like to talk about other readers. I'm not that, but it is what it is. And there was something else that I wanted to say. What's my train of thought? I guess it wasn't meant to say. But anyways, we're gonna leave it at that. And that was our crazy toxic exes and the vivid dreams. See you guys next video.